All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to Mario Kart Universal Primetime. Kind of a weird time for it, but since the most of the league is off today, we decided to take advantage of a regularly scheduled match that is happening. I'm Jacob. I'm joined by Myles. What's up, Myles?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Man, I'm chilling. It's time to get into some Mother's Day action. If you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah,
know everyone in this lineup loves their mom so much, as do we.
absolutely, and that's what makes this lineup all the more better. You know,
That's really the important part of Mario Kart Universal on this day. It's all about showing appreciation for our moms.
for sure, for sure.
So, apologies from my end. I'm still trying to get the Discord stream up here. Just now got it, and oh my goodness, we haven't even announced it on the MKC media channel yet. Looks like Galley's on it.
No way, dude.
Apologies. Apologies to everyone for how disorganized the start of this stream has been. Unbelievable on our part.
I think everyone's still a little bit sleepy. It's a weird time to be getting into the primetime action. So I can't blame whoever's involved. It's a different schedule.
I believe we have some lineups to look at.
There we go.
By the way, I don't think we even mentioned it yet. We're headed up to Division 1 today for High Definition versus Brentford, Bree, for those who might not know. So on the side of HD, we are going to have Chibi, Cynda, Dugo, James, Marcus, and Varo. And then for Bree, we're going to have Bowen, LMDS, Palm Duterre, Reese, Starlo, and ZY, who is we're going to be referring to as Thomas for this war. So
Nice.
you have any thoughts for me about these lineups, Myles?
I think that's a pretty solid lineup, for both teams. Like I think that we're gonna get into a really close match. I mean, you might look at the lineups and you might say that Bree might pull ahead in terms of skill, but I think that HD has really been on the come up these last couple seasons, and I think that they might give Bree a run for their money today.
Totally agree. And I think that you kind of hit the nail right on the head with the idea that Bree's lineup is, I would say, kind of objectively stronger than High Definition's lineup. If you look at the lounge
Yeah,
stats, if you look at the individual skill of these players, this is a like War versus Japan tier lineup for Bree.
yeah, for
And on
sure.
HD, you have a lineup which has obviously still an incredible amount of skill in the game, but does not have that amount of individual accomplishments for everyone there. But I don't know. HD has proven in the past and will continue to prove in the future that their team dynamic and how they play together is enough to hang with these teams, which individually might have more skill than them.
Totally, totally. Now I know that you're the Division 1 updater for MKU, right? So has Palm to Tear been playing at all for this season? Because I haven't seen
Yes.
him in a while. Okay, okay.
He has been playing MKU for Bree actually for many seasons at this point. And before you might have said, "Oh, well, he's on the roster, and a lot of Bree's lineup has been banned during the
Hmm.
seasons."
Right.
That's not the case anymore. Like Bree has an extremely strong roster right now, with I think pretty much all, if not all, of their strongest players being unbanned and available to play. He's still playing MKU.
Right.
And
Right.
for anyone who didn't see, he's also on the Team France roster for the World Cup that's coming up. So
Yeah.
I think personally, an insanely slept on player, one that has not really been talked about much yet. And I think that
I agree.
Bree knows how good he is, maybe more so than anyone outside of their own team knows at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I totally agree with you with what you're saying about him being a completely slept on player because he's not someone that I would look at and be like, oh my god, yeah, that guy's like super good. But if he keeps being put in these lineups, he must be critical to their 6v6 success, right? So I think that
Yeah.
that's pretty obvious. And I'd love to see today kind of like what exactly he's doing for them to make them do so well.
We do also have some division stats to look at here, which is a new thing that we're starting to do with these primetime streams. So on the side of High Definition, Their match 3 and 4 was a win versus RK and a slight loss versus NF, the BlackRock Private Equity Group, which basically just is the non-French speaking part of Team World. So overall, they're 301. They're first in their conference, and actually on the side of Bree, they are also first in their conference, not having taken a loss at all so far this season.
Yeah, that's a pretty impressive record so far for Bree. Being up over
Yeah.
400 by week 3
Yeah.
is it's pretty insane.
And yeah,
So
obviously, there's a bit of an elephant in the room on this screen with a massive plus 220 versus World Friend.
right.
And I mean, World Friend is, I believe they are the 8th seed, either 7th or 8th in the division. So they're expected to not do super well in Division 1, but I think that is a statement that even the biggest World Friend doubters would not have expected a loss that big. Just goes to
Yeah,
show how strong Bree is.
absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, you may be thinking like, oh, the World Friend win kind of boosted their plus minus for the season. So I'm kind of wondering if that's going to be the case today with them kind of pulling ahead of High Definition, or if it's going to be a closer match because they were just boosted by the World Friend win, right? So we'll have to see today just how close this match is going to be.
For sure. And one thing I do want to point out that I think is going to be indicative is that High Definition beat RK by 12. Bree beat RK by 86 on the same day.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously you can't use a third team as a direct comparison between two teams. It just doesn't work like that. There's a lot of variability.
Right.
But Bree is beating RK by a lot more than HD is. So perhaps maybe an advantage for them based on that alone.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, depends on how far RK makes it in the tournament this season. So these teams are both first in their conference. So let's see who will be the victor. I put some money down on Bree. But I'd love to see HD kind of come in as the dark horse today and take down the team that's got the perfect record so far. I think that'd be a really interesting match. See.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a super exciting match for us because I mean, obviously, just looking at the records, this is a potential D1 finals match that we're getting to see early.
Yeah.
Super exciting.
Totally agree.
I think we're probably good to head over to the room, even if they might not necessarily have 12 in yet. We can take a look at some Miis. We got the Marcus Chibi combo going on. You got anything else to say about these Miis, Myles?
I love that Marcus Chibi me. Dude, that was awesome. we got the standard Miis from everyone. You kind of know who everyone is. Oh, except we see 2 Starlos. But
we got a lot of people wearing the uniform for Bree here. The black shirt, black skin, white hair. That's been a staple for LMDS and Reese for a very long time. Starlo with a very similar me as well.
Yeah. I think one of those Starlo Miis has to be Reese, right?
Gotta be.
Yeah. And yeah, Palm Tuter with the classic, what is that Tumblr meme, right? I think that's what
Lenny.
Yeah, that's right. That's Lenny.
Yeah. So interesting track pick from HD. Bangkok Rush. I forgot the name of the city for a second there. For anyone who might not be aware, it's kind of the main thing about Bree is that so much of their roster is inward. They're Yoshi bike mains.
Yeah.
And both of the tracks on the board right now do benefit inward drifting bikes. So I guess HD just has the confidence that they can still do better. We're not going to see exactly how that would have played out since we're going to TM anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be something to be aware of in this war because that's something that Bree heavily leans on.
So we're coming into TM, the first race. It's a pretty common balance track in terms of 6v6 at least. So definitely not surprised to see this one coming out early.
So we got Cynda hosting starting in first, and then LMDS right behind him in second. He's going to immediately trail. Got to worry about Marcus. And it looks like... LMDS! Just barely getting around that trail, forcing Cynda to trail his teammates. Super good play from him.
Yeah, that was just super unfortunate how that worked out. But I mean, it doesn't matter on this track really. I feel like nothing really matters on this track until like maybe mid second lap. We're seeing a little bit of trolling here from LMDS, which is, smart, because when you're playing in Division 1, you want to be able to use all of your items to max capacity, basically. So you don't want to just kind of drive by with a red and just kind of not do anything. But yeah, we
So
see.
Thomas gonna be able to dodge the blue. I think it's a lot of top spots for Bree right now.
Yeah, we got a top 3 right now for Bree.
Eyes should be on the back of the pack right now because HD kind of desperately needs a shock if they want to regain control of this race. And it's going to come in now, pretty early actually. See how that shakes up the spots here.
Got them before set and the boost panels. I'm wondering if that's a Bree shock actually.
If it is a Bree shock, then it's going to be an uphill battle for HD from this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm leaning towards it being a Bree shock because you're not seeing any HD coming up right now, right? And then a blue is out. Yeah, that's got to be HD's blue as well. But yeah, we still have Bree in 2-3 coming into top 2 right now. LMDS taking cut, I think. So yeah, that's going to be a top 4 for them. Top 4, 6 for Bree, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Mark is kind of the only thing keeping HD up there, and he only has triple nanas from what I can see, so not... Yeah, the red going to come up from
Oh
Thomas.
my god, yeah. This might be a GG's for HD this race.
Yeah, we're looking at James up there, but it is a top 4-6 for Bree, I believe.
Yeah. Missing the back. Dude, the insane reads from everyone is just kind of crazy to me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a super strong race from Bree to start off. And that's really just a result of the fact that they were already in top 3 and they pulled shock on their own side. Like, if you're HD there's not much you can do at that point.
Yeah. Just what I'm amazed by in that race in specific is just the overall awareness, and you can see how the awareness shifts when you go up in the divisions. When you get to D1, like you can just see kind of how they know exactly what plays are going to be made and how they can avoid them, how they can outplay the person that's going to make the plays on them. Like that's what is the differentiator between like D1 and D4, D3.
I'm absolutely thinking back to right at the beginning of that race. LMDS drifting out of Cynda's line, forcing him to trail his teammate, like stuff like that. It was absolutely 100% intentional play. You just don't see stuff like that, even in D2.
Yeah,
for sure. The amount of coordination and the amount of mind games that get played is insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, completely. Well, we're coming into Waluigi Stadium, first Wave 4 track of the day. Hopefully we get some more because I love seeing the new tracks. Looks like it's a mixed bag up here right now, but I think it's still mostly Bree.
Ooh, Thomas had to go around. Really interesting decision from him. He's going to lose a lot of time from it and not gain any points either.
Yeah, I think he just messed up his line going into the Nisk and wasn't able to pull it off.
Triple greens could definitely do damage, especially with James in front of him. I'm not sure who he has behind, though.
I think he's just trying to go a lot faster than James, which, I mean, it looks like he's catching up to him.
Working.
Yeah, doesn't matter, though. Gets horned by Reese. So I think we might be looking at a top 2.
My God.
Oh my god, that was dirty. That was so dirty.
Oh, Bar was actually up in first, but he was about to go blue, as I say it.
It was a 1-3. Yeah, so now it looks like it's a 1-3 for Bree and just second for HD, so we'll have to see how this can fare for them. It looks like at the moment Bree kind of has the upper hand in terms of positions and spacing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if HD has anyone up front besides Cynda at this point.
Doesn't look like it. It looks like just 1-3-4 for Bree. They're again, HD is again in a position where they need to pull shock and they need to use it well to outplay Bree and get some top spots up here.
Cynda's playing super aggressive right now, but unfortunately for him, he hasn't really been able to connect with anything so far.
Mm-hmm.
Shot coming in. I think that's probably going to be a Bree shock, although I'm not 100% sure. Blue is out for Pomme de Terre here.
I have no clue whose shock that would be. Cynda's in a really good position right now if he can pull defense here.
Regardless of who used it, it did benefit Cynda individually. Yet to be seen.
Oh yeah, it's top 2 right now for HD.
Or are they the only white Yoshi?
Yeah, we just saw James behind him.
Nice. So yeah, it looks like it is going to end up being a top 2 for HD. You could maybe assume an HD shock, but although I'm still not 100% sure.
I was going to say, I think the orange Yoshi is them, but I think the orange Yoshi just got hit out before the line, so I'm not sure who's going to be coming into that third place spot. Oh, it's a top 3. Nice.
Really good race for HD. And
yeah, bottom 3 for Bree.
I'm not even sure if Bree is leading by much anymore. Those were 2 extremely big races to start us off there.
Well, a top 5, I think, outweighs a top 3 and then bottom 3 for the opposing team. But yeah, it's going to be pretty close. So it's going to be a 10-point lead for Bree still.
Yeah, and I think if these 2 races have shown us anything, it's that a 10-point lead really doesn't mean much in this war.
Mm-hmm.
That can absolutely be overtaken in a single race.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think that was an HD shock. You know, kind of looking at the result of it and how things kind of panned out. I think that was an HD shock.
Yeah, I guess we're not in the call, so we're never going to know for sure, but the shock absolutely benefiting HD at the end of the day.
Hey man, I'm just speculating.
I'm speculating too, man.
So yeah, we're coming into Moo Meadows. This is another staple track for Bree because they have so many
bread and butter.
Yeah.
I remember Reese hyping up this track to no end, like years ago, before anyone was picking it, often. And now I feel like in the super high launch tiers, it gets played every event.
I don't know, man. I kind of like it. I think this track can be really powerful for bottom spots.
I mean, that makes one of us. I can't lie. But we'll see if it works out for Bree here.
I think
it out though.
I think it has the potential to be strong, like Trainbow for bottom spots. You know?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
There's gonna be at least a 2, 3, 4 for Bree. I think the other pink Yoshi's also Bree. I'm not 100% sure though.
Just 2, 3, bro. We're looking at Cynda's POV.
Oh, my bad.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure that the pink Yoshi is Bree. So yeah, there's a lot of Bree up here, regardless of who's in first.
Oof.
So they can bread it up
through the cow.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of Bree.
That line shift was insane. That was cool. So yeah, blue coming out. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean this really could be a top 6 for Bree.
I think it is. Didn't see the name tag, of course.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, like, they're top 3 now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's top 5 for Bree, and like HD isn't pulling shock. It's literally Moo. So, yeah, never mind.
yeah. Come on, dude.
Yeah. Oops, my bad.
Did you just give him the shock or something? Like, what was that?
Yeah. Okay. Top 2, 4 for HD. All right, man.
Yeah. Okay, dude.
Yeah, I was literally
before the shot came, I was literally gonna say, yeah, dude, you're right. Like bread and butter, they're top 5 right now in the shot game.
I like, for those who might not be aware, like among other reputations, Moo is known for being near impossible to pull a shock on, just because it's so short and there's two sets on it. So like shocks rarely ever happen. You saw on the minimap, if you were paying attention to it, HD had 2 people so far back just trying anything to pull a shock, and it did work out for him.
Yeah, I'm really shocked that they were actually able to pull a shock there.
I see what you did there. That was a crazy one.
Dude, I didn't even realize what you were talking about until it left my mouth.
You know who else was shocked there, Myles?
I think Bree was pretty shocked.
I think they were pretty shocked there.
Okay, I'd venture to say that they were pretty shocked.
Honestly. Yeah, anyway.
I'm sorry.
HD somehow coming out on top of that race. It was only a +2 race for them because of the bottom 3, but still amazing that they didn't go like -30 there.
So here's my question. Why isn't Mushroom Gorge being picked if there's so many dang inwards on this team?
I think I have an answer for you there. HD, specifically Cynda, loves Mushroom Gorge. That, like, if Moo is Bree's bread and butter, then Mushroom Gorge is HD's bread and butter. I think they're saving it until a pivotal point in the war where they need that pick.
Yeah, that's fair. That very well could be. Yeah, I think that early on in the war, teams kind of go with their comfort picks more than anything. In terms of like tracks that they know that they can get like an even to a good race on, and then they save the tracks that they know that they're really, really good at until the end.
Thomas getting out. It looks like a top 2 for HD. Marcus getting. Never mind. I think we like to do that.
Yeah. Not sure who's up there, but I think that we can say that that's Reese, or not Reese, sorry, LMDS, the Mario up there. But I see the white Yoshi, and I think that the white Yoshi was HD. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's James. I think it's a top 2
Yeah.
for HD.
Yeah, because Bree's all the pink Yoshis. I know that for sure. Luigi getting hit out, pretty sure that was Cynda. So yeah, it might be a 1-3 right now for HD.
Yeah, and it is.
Yeah, yeah, 1-3-ish, maybe 1-4.
Marcus is up here, but he's surrounded by a lot of Bree, all with shells. He's just
Oh my god.
trailed out. I don't know how.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Wow, how did that even hit? Dude, that trail was like behind him. That was weird. And then Varro's still coming up to first right now. Thomas with nothing, so Varro can just kind of go crazy with this ring. Thomas missing the double and only pulling a coin. And missing the super bounce. So I think that this might just be a free first for Varro.
Yeah, unless something crazy happens here, which I mean, last race, as any indication, crazy things are happening.
Yeah.
Could do work with this ring. He has one more throw.
Yeah,
no,
nope.
he is just going to hold it until Varro passes the line.
Yeah, interesting. Just a free first for Varro because Thomas wasn't able to get that double and also missed the super bounce. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. 2, 3, 4, 5 for Bree. Unfortunately, HD wasn't able to pull off the mid spots.
That explains why Thomas didn't care too much about ringing Varro out there.
Yeah.
His team was winning that race anyway.
Yeah. I mean, let's be real. That ring wasn't hitting.
I mean, there's always a chance.
That's fair. That's fair. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Marcus must be playing a similar role to Pomme de Terre for HD,
Yeah. Like, if Pomme de Terre is someone who hasn't really seen the limelight of the community yet for Bree, then, like, Marcus is in the basement for HD. Like,
right.
People never talk about Marcus, but he has been consistently playing HD playing MKU for HD for so long now.
Yeah.
Just like quietly being in these lineups and like kind of doing the silent work to lead this team to really strong results.
I was literally gonna say, yeah, bro's just cooking up in the shadows. Like no one really knows about him, but I guess he's just doing work for HD just kind of randomly.
Yeah, I was actually watching Cynda's stream yesterday. He was warring with Call, and Marcus was making a lot of plays. Like he was putting in work.
That's cool. That's really cool to hear. Coming into yet another staple French track, we got Bone Dry Dunes, which is honestly kind of a perfect pick for Bree's spots here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think are the Luigi's both HD? I think they are. Yeah, it is.
Yes,
so
I believe
it is gonna still. Yeah, that was Chibi, the other. Okay, so Cynda's gonna have a shroom up here, and it looks like Starlo also has a shroom, although the bitrate is kind of making it hard to tell.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that was my net or not, but I think it's just the stream quality.
Cynda is gonna use his shroom to get up into first, though. Try to trail. Starlo with the bomb, though.
Oh my gosh, coming out of nowhere with that bomb, too.
Oh, Cynda! He must have not thought that red was targeting him, so he just didn't use his protection. He's gonna get.
Oh, dude! Sitting at the set, just throwing fire. Not much you can do, unfortunately. But yeah, we're back to Thomas's POV. It's a 4-5 Bree getting clipped by the blue. Super unfortunate. I'm wondering who's in like 2-3 right now. I'm pretty sure that's well, was HD.
Thomas was just barely avoiding all that fire. That was crazy from him.
Yeah, completely. I'm not sure who the Peach is, but I think that James is up there as well, right? Or no, he's not anymore. So yeah, it might be a top 4 for
Varro. I think it's Varro.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure though.
Okay. Yeah, then it might be a 1-4 for HD.
Well, with fire.
Oh my god, nice. Okay.
Maybe at least a 4-5 for HD. Now the blue coming out though.
Here goes HD putting in some work there. They are now 2-3-4, or 3-4-5.
Gotta watch out for this range. Cynda does gain some spots here, at least for the time being. It's gonna be a 4-5-6. Cynda with the Shroom, that's really all you need as long as nothing bad happens. Starla with the Shroom as well. And Thomas.
I think something bad's gonna happen, bro.
Oh!
Oh, maybe not. Nice. Doesn't really gain any spots in the Shroom cut, though, unfortunately, and a top 2-5 for Bree. So, I mean, that's kind of a mixed bag because Bree had some spots in the bottom, you know, so that might be close to a tie race for them.
Yeah, that is a pretty even race. That ending was crazy, though. So many people died on that cut.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of weird for Cynda's situation specifically because he was losing so many spots. He only had the single Shroom. And then everyone who passed him before the cut just got hit on the cut anyway.
Yeah.
we just passed them all again. Gonna go for the Amsterdam drift angle here. I know you're a fan of this track.
Dude, that's like one of my top 3 favorite tracks. That track is so fun to drive, and you know, honestly, anything can happen on it. The ending section's a little iffy. It can be a little iffy, but honestly, if you're in first going into the ending section, it's just kind of GG's for you. Past that last set, like it's just free because everyone's just gonna be trying to take each other out.
Yeah, absolutely. Bree going for the inward advantage track pick there with Piranha Plant Slide, not getting their track pick.
Mm-hmm. I don't feel like this track. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
I don't really feel like this track is that disadvantageous for Bree for their spots starting, because I feel like this track can really work for just mixed anything.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a track that you pick when you believe you can outplay the other team, not when you think you have better spots than the other team.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Cynda doing a bit of outplaying there, getting into first super quickly.
What? Oh no!
What just happened?
Oh, I think that he thought he was going to trail Marcus, so he threw his defense away and then got immediately redded for it. That was so unfortunate.
Oh my goodness.
It's hard to tell with those Yoshis, man. I get it.
Gonna be 5-6 or 4-5 for HD. Tom's gonna break that up right as I say it.
Yeah.
Chibi has a green mask, so he's gotta be careful.
Definitely some chaos going on right now. I think it might just be a 2-3 for Bree, and then maybe a 1-4 for HD is what I'm thinking. Oh! I thought that green was gonna come back and hit him.
Yeah,
and he gets redded. Yeah.
There.
Thomas just getting punished for being way too aggressive there. Unfortunately, it's you want to play safe when you're in those mixed spots.
He is gonna ruin Cynda's day here, though.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, no, Cynda has triple greens. And he backs the triple greens, unfortunately.
Oh, gonna take out 2 of his own team with the plant. Oh no!
Oh, that was man.
The worst possible spot for his teammates to be in there. Not much he could have done to react, even.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a 3-4 for HD there.
I think that's a huge race for HD. Am I wrong? Oh no, maybe not. Actually,
6-7 for HD, still good.
Yeah, that's so pretty good for them.
Bree getting first is absolutely gonna save the race for them. But yeah, that plant from Thomas, that was just brutal.
Honestly, dude, I think that what we just witnessed was like a textbook Amsterdam race. Like that was pretty much kind of how it's expected to go all the time.
Oh yeah.
I think so, man. I think so.
I'll make sure to look out for the person planting 2 of his teammates at once on the average Amsterdam race.
Dude, I just meant like all the chaos. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. There's gonna be a plus 12 race
here, guys. I'm being trolled here.
There's gonna be a plus 12 race for HD that's gonna cut Bree's lead in half. That's kind of exactly what they needed, and now Gorge is gonna come out. This is a crucial track pick for both of these teams.
Mm-hmm. 2 completely polar opposite tracks. One has a huge inward advantage, and one has a huge inward disadvantage.
It is going to be the advantage for Bree here, and that is massive for them. This track, in my opinion, and I mean in a lot of other people's opinions too, is the most beneficial track in the game for starting at bottom spots.
Definitely.
Not to mention, it's super good for inward too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's
I'm
gonna be super
definitely
important to see who gets drafts at the beginning of this race, who ends up in the front with coins, and who ends up in the back without coins. That's gonna
Yep.
decide this whole race.
Yep. See James still holding down the fort in first, getting passed already by Thomas. But James is going tight with that Nana, and he's being rather threatening with it too. We see Reese pull ahead, pull into first, and I think James is still in second.
Starlo up here as well.
Oh my God, James I think might have just failed his line and then kind of gave up his spot there. So it's going to be
LMDS on Teddy Buggy for the Gorge pick that didn't end up happening.
Nice.
It's going to be 3-4 for HD here, but I believe it's top 2 for Bree and obviously
Yeah.
5th.
Yeah, I think it's definitely top 2-5 right now for Bree.
Thomas pulling a ring, that's going to do work, and the fire as well. Both of them are now out. It's going to be top 2 for Bree at least. This Luigi is going to be HD though, and I think he got the double. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh my God!
You're insane, dude!
Joking!
You're insane! No way that worked out for you, man.
Dude!
Bro! Oh my God!
That was
Varro
ridiculous.
with the insane play,
That
swerving
was
to.
unbelievable.
Well, okay, if I'm looking at that right, Varro swerved to brake to trail Thomas, bumps him off, and trails him at the same time. Like, that's insane. That's
Oh
insane.
my God! Oh, we are
Looks
seeing
like-
instant replay.
Looks like we're getting
oh
an
my
instant replay,
Lord.
yeah.
That was incredible from Varro. That was unbelievable. Come on, Thomas. I want to see this.
You can
Please
play
just
it.
the
You
clip.
can play it, bro. You can play it.
Oh,
Dude.
Thomas! eShop?
Yeah, we're running to the eShop real quick.
Oh my goodness.
Had to buy the brand new Tears of the Kingdom that just came out.
Oh, Galley's right. He's mad about the double.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he didn't get the double there completely slipped from my mind after what came.
Yeah,
afterwards.
that's super fucking unlucky.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, crazy, dude. I mean, yeah, you gotta hand it to Varro. That was a pretty insane play. Like, seriously.
Being super aggressive to get the double and then making perfect use of the trail afterwards. Like,
Yeah,
textbook from Varro. That was insane.
yeah, definitely. So yeah, I mean, you know, following the top 5 that was for Bree on the first race, huge race, mind you. Where they're only up 6 going into race 8 right now. I think that's a testament to just how close this war has been outside of that one race.
Yeah, of course. And need I remind you, Mushroom Gorge is still on the table. Obviously, we've shown in the last race that LMDS is willing to switch to Teddy Buggy for that track, but not the other inward bikers on their team.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's only just Reese, no?
Yeah, actually, you're right.
Yeah.
We're not seeing Roberto or Saru in this lineup.
Yeah, it's not like a 4 inward lineup, which is smart, honestly, because I think that maybe Bree had the hard read that HD was gonna be picking Gorge and other inward disadvantageous tracks, and just decided to not throw in their other inwards.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about this race that's happening in front of us at all thus far. We're on lap 2.
Yeah.
And I have no idea what the spots are.
Well, looks like it's obviously a Bree top 2 because you see 2 pink Yoshis up there.
But of course. Yeah, Thomas with the Sherman first. Not much is gonna get rid of him here at this point.
Yeah, especially with his teammates behind him. I think that's close to a top 4 for them right now. I think I see three pink Yoshis and then LMDS in 4th.
Yeah, that is going to be a top 4. You're right. And the pack is actually really spread out in this top 4 as well. LMDS, maybe he's lagging. Maybe he actually got hit out there. No, he is just lagging. So HD is definitely going to want a shock here if they want any chance of regaining this race.
You're
Blue is out.
You're lagging. Blue's out? Where is it?
Got horned by someone in like 4th.
Oh, okay. I was like, Bestie, I don't think so.
Top 3 is so gone right now. They need to, I don't know, they're just not losing this top 3 even with a shock.
Yeah, holy crap, dude. Yeah, they're gone. Look at the space between top 3 and 4th.
Yeah, this is brutal for HD right now. Bree absolutely getting the race they needed.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna have a winning race here with that top 3, just kind of securing it.
There's going to be
Really,
8,
I
10,
mean,
12 for Bree as well, but yeah,
yeah,
still obviously with the top 3, guaranteed winning race for Bree.
yeah, that's probably like a plus 10. You know, it's not as huge of a race as I was expecting it to be because they had some spots in the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a situation where I would have expected HD to be sending like at least 2 of their players in like an unrecoverable distance to go for shock, like what they did on Mumu. But they
Hmm.
kind of didn't. They just stayed in the pack and took control of all the spots after the top 3.
Right.
So it is going to be exactly a plus 10 race for Bree, just as you said. So it's going to be plus 16 in Bree's favor going into race 9.
Nice, nice. Yeah, so they're starting to pull away, and I might be getting my channel points, dude. I don't know.
Bree is getting every track pick. HD has been
Yeah.
picking Gorge for so long at this point.
Yeah, I've been picking Gorge for like 50 years, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Like, this is insane.
Yeah,
But
of
I mean, that,
course, Bree up 16, but we saw in race 2, like HD is more than capable of getting bigger races than that. They got a plus 22 on race 2.
mhm,
So absolutely still anyone's game here.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, it goes to show just how important getting track picks are, especially when you start in spots like this and you pull onto this track. Like,
Yeah.
you can just secure the top, and as a result, you kind of kill the mental of the opposing team a bit because they're like, dude, why can't we get our track picks? How can we dismantle their tops? That type of stuff.
And on tracks like PPS and Wario Stadium, like you really can't dismantle the top spots.
Yeah, it's hard. It's definitely an uphill battle.
Tom's gonna get rid of the red. That means his teammate's still behind him at the very least. And it
I
looks
think
like it is still a top 4 for Bree.
yeah, I think we're looking at a top 4, dude. This is
That's a
crazy.
top 5.
Oh man.
They're gone in top 5 too.
Yeah.
So yet another situation where HD needs shock. And it all really just comes down to the track pick. They hold down the top spots at the start of RWS, and it's just a free breakaway from there.
Hmm.
Cynda is going to have a star in 5, though, so if a shock comes in, it's a really good situation for him. And he is going to use it here. If a shock exists, it should come in now.
Blue getting horned yet again by Bree.
But no,
shock for
HD does
HD.
not have shock.
Yeah, they're simply just gone in top 4. Getting
Top
billed. Oh my god, dude. That's insane.
Yeah, this is a brutal situation for HD,
Yeah.
and I think that's a Bree shock. I genuinely think that's a Bree shock.
I think it's gotta be.
That's ridiculous. Like, they're
That's
top 5, and they get the shock.
So tough.
Triple reds from
Here's
James, though.
triple reds. That could save him some spots for sure.
That is going to save so many spots.
What? What'd you shroom up? Okay.
Triple Shroom's Ghost. It is still going to be a lot of tops for Bree, and
Oh man, that sucks.
yeah, too little, too late, and obviously the
Yeah.
Nana's killing
Get
anything that
another
Cynda has
insane
there.
race.
Yeah,
Top 4,
I mean,
7. Yeah.
like, what are you going to do if you're HD? Like,
Right.
the other team is literally top 5, and they also pull shock. Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
That is, yeah, that is just demoralizing for HD.
Hmm. Yeah, honestly, the getting the Nanas backed on him, that was just a nail in the coffin for Cynda. Really sucked.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, just like that, Bree's going to be up 40 with 3 races left.
Hmm.
HD really could have used this track pick like 3 races ago, but now more than ever, they need Gorge.
Yeah. I'm saying, dude. Are they actually getting it?
They're actually getting it. So I think this is now or never for HD. Like, they need to win this race by a lot, otherwise they lose the war.
Nice. Yeah.
This is
a crucial track pick.
mathematically not. Yeah, mathematically it's not the case. Like, they could still do more even if they don't get a great race here. But like, realistically, they need a great race here.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And I mean, in the grand scheme of things, HD is only down 40, which is like one big race away from just chipping away at that.
Yeah.
But they need it like now.
Yeah. They needed it 2 races ago, but now they really need it.
Yeah. I mean, this track might just be the fuel to their fire. I don't know. We'll just have to see.
MBS is still on Teddy Buggy, so it is only going to be
How?
Reese who has the inward disadvantage.
How? Can we talk about
Oh my
that?
god. We're just going to
Dude!
move on, I think.
What the heck, dude?
Oh, Cynda. It's not his race so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. You pull
It's
shock.
alright. It is Gorge.
It is Gorge. This track's powerful from any spot.
Thomas getting back right as we switch to his POV.
That's so unlucky. Caster's curse, I guess. Or should I say stream host curse?
Yeah. It's going to be
No
LMBS in
shroom.
second. I believe a top 2 for Bree. I think that's a pink Yoshi behind the Mario.
Cynda with the shock. Cynda with the shock.
The HD does need it right now, so it's going to come down to a really good usage from them. Reese obviously knows they have it at this point.
Whoa.
They're going to opt to hold it for a second. Reese is in position to pull one of his own, so they're going to need to be careful.
I think.
Going for the Hail Mary, everyone's going to dodge.
Yo, hold up.
They held that shock for a while, and it's because they needed everyone on their team to dodge. They waited for everyone to get a start.
And Bree getting blued, no horn this time.
This might be exactly what HD needs. We're going to have to see what the end spots look up like.
That's a really big race for them, I think. That might be a top 4.
Hold on a second.
No.
Owen!
Oh,
Owen in
man.
first!
Bowen in first saves it. Dude, I didn't even know that he was the orange Yoshi. I thought that was HD the whole time.
That is brutal. I think HD did everything that they needed to do there. They played it so risky holding the shock for as long as they did, with Reese being able to see it.
Yeah. So that was like only a 2-3-4. Yeah.
By all means, that like worked out perfectly for HD. They just weren't able to get the one last guy out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's still going to be a winning race for HD. They're still in it, but it is going to only be a +10 for HD there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, hey man, plus race is a plus race. We take it.
Plus race. There's 2 races left. HD's down 30. It is still possible for them, but
yeah,
you know they're wishing they did better on that Gorge race with how many cards were stacked in their favor there.
Yeah. The Yoshi's Island pit coming in. This is interesting. This is really interesting.
I have not played this track since week 1.
Yeah, same. This track died off quicker than Choco Mountain.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
This is one of the worst tracks in the game, in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
We'll see how HD is able to utilize it, though.
It's kind of dookie, man.
Just the cloud, man. Like, literally, on no other track can one element completely ruin it.
Yeah.
Like the cloud does for Yoshi's Island.
Yeah. So with this track playing out to be more of a bagger, I want to see kind of how that plays out for them. And I'm surprised to see so many people running because I think this track is really advantageous when you play it from the back.
I'll just have to see. It's hard to even say what the spots are shaking up to be right now. It's really mixed in the front.
So I'm seeing our stream host in the chat saying that Yoshi's Island's better than DK Summit. What are your thoughts on that?
He's just wrong. Like, he's just not right. That's all I gotta say about that. We're gonna move on to the race. It's gonna be a top 3 for Bree, it looks like. Cynda, no!
Oh man.
That is just so rough. That's just awful for Cynda. Marcus is up there, but it is a top 3 for Bree still.
I think a shot could really do work here. And I'm wondering, is how hard HD is going for it right now.
James went around the cut with a star. I think HD probably has shock.
Oh my god, that was so unfortunate.
I'm putting money on the idea that HD has shock right now, and they're holding it.
Mm-hmm.
Tom's gonna be in the back, or not in the back. How's he in 5th after that? Oh, Bree shot coming in. That is.
They are top 3.
Gonna be GG's. I think that's just the end of the war. Not HD. Bree getting
nail in the coffin.
Bree getting shocked there is absolutely nail in the coffin for HD, and he's gonna dodge blue as well. The only thing that could change the outcome of this race at this point is the stupid cloud.
Yeah.
We'll see where it's at. It's very far left. Is it too high? No, he is gonna get it. So yeah, that should be a win for Bree after 11 races. I don't want to call it this early, but you kind of have to.
Yeah. Oh my god, I think that might be a top
That's a
5 for them, dude.
Yeah, that's top everything. Yeah, GG.
No. Oh man.
Unbelievable stuff. Bree multiple times this war holding down every top spot and then also pulling shock. That is just such a chokehold on the war. There's not much that HD can do when you're backed against a wall like that.
Yeah, crazy.
Absolutely crazy stuff from Bree. Really, really well played. Need I remind you how close this war was? 2 races ago, it was within, or not 2 races ago, 3 races ago, it was in like 10 points, 20 points.
Yeah, it was very, very
Bree's
close.
up by 64 now.
Yeah. Bree started to really pull away. That's so
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. It really looked like HD could have taken it back for a majority of that war. Bree just getting everything that they needed in these past couple of races, specifically the track picks. I think starting with the Trainbow pick, instead of HD's Gorge pick, that just completely robbed HD of any momentum they might have had.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, to boot, chaining 2 runners after that for Bree, like that really, really dictated the course of this war.
Yeah, Bree was really able to pull away in the last couple races. Really just unfortunate to see for HD because that's a huge motivation killer, and there's really not much you can do about it, especially when they pull shock when they're already top 2 gone. Like that's so unfortunate.
We are playing for plus minus at this point, so HD does have something still, and I believe they should still be either first or second in their conference after this loss. So it's not the end of the world for them by any means. Really, all that matters is getting to playoffs.
Definitely.
So it's not the end of the world if you're an HD fan, and if you're a Bree fan, I mean, your team's still undefeated. Like, not much to complain about.
Right.
Thomas just got cooked. I don't know.
Oh man.
Street's just saying ZE is also playing an MKU match at the hour. I see.
Yeah.
The Thomas factor coming in. He's gonna pull shock, not even begging
for
it.
Oh my god. Shock coin. Hello.
So yeah, our wonderful stream host, if you have the ability to raid someone from ZE or whoever they're playing, I'm not sure who they're playing, that would probably be good. Get some back-to-back D1 action.
Definitely.
James is in second. There's Luigi in fourth. But it doesn't matter.
Marcus getting snake. Triple reds. Oh, that's okay.
Bree pulls into top 2. Yeah, this race isn't looking good for the plus minus if you're HD.
Oh yeah. I mean, HD just has to hope for everything behind that top 2. Excuse me.
So, yeah,
coming through. Yeah, that's a top 4. Oh my god.
Okay. All right.
Oh, dude. Yeah, they cooked that last GP. They really did.
Yeah. That was like that last GP was like last ditch effort time from HD, and instead Bree just absolutely took control. Like this last GP was like plus 80 for Bree.
Yeah.
It was crazy and just
totally
unbelievable how controlling Bree was in these last 4 races.
Totally.
Yeah, I cannot praise them enough for that performance. That was super well played from both sides, but Bree, at the end of the day, doing everything they needed to destroy HD.
Yeah, they really put in some work. I mean, props to them. They outplayed the crap out of HD towards the end. That was an insane performance from them.